Colorado and Syracuse are having to wait on the NCAA to do what we all think it ought to do. Let's talk about what that is and why waiver is the word of the day. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching the #1 college football show, welcome. Thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. So if that is something that you're into, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the comment in the question below. Do you think the NCAA is going to do the Spike Lee joint right thing and give us the damn waiver? Give us the damn waiver. My God. All right. So March 17th, Prime gets to the podium. Ahead of spring football getting started. They're going to play a spring football game in a month's time, April 19th, on ESPN2. One of the only nationally televised spring games this year. And he said, look, in the future, I'd like to play another team for the spring game. You know, I would really like to measure up against somebody of equal measure. Equal measure. Not putting somebody on like some of y'all want to do. I know that y'all with the culture. I'm with the culture. But having Norfolk State come down to Colorado to get their behinds kicked, they ain't helping nobody. That ain't helping the cause, okay? That ain't helping the struggle. That's not what that is. Delaware State? No. Get your weight up. Get your weight up. So when Fran Brown got on the horn and said, within hours, we will come to Colorado to practice for 3 days. What's up, fam? Let's get it on. Let's get it done. I said, oh my God, let's go. Because I didn't think anybody would be sharp enough, honestly, to take him up on this right now, right now, and leave it to two progressive black men, what it is, to say, no, we see what this is. We see how people are talking about spring football. Nobody's enthusiastic about it. We've seen Nebraska, Oklahoma, USC, Texas, Florida State, Missouri, all say we're not playing a spring football game this year. Some for reasons that have to do with stadium renovation. Some for reasons that have to do with we don't want our players being poached. Some with we just can't fill the stadium. And that is what Prime is trying to do. He understands that the way you keep Colorado's spring game on national television is by getting people to show up to watch it in person so that you have a better television product. Anytime you got a sellout crowd or near capacity crowd, announcers always go out of their way to say so because their bosses are in their ear going, tell everybody that this was the hot ticket. And then you get to get that crowd pop. You get to see some of the cool things we see out in the crowd because cameraman is always pretty good about picking out some stuff that's just wild and weird. But I'm also like, man, I'm only looking at this going, nah, this works. This works because Syracuse is good enough, right? If Ricky Collins is as good as I think he's going to be, which is as good as Caden Salter could be, you're going to get to see two really good Power 4 quarterbacks. You're going to get to see the development of wide receiver corps. You get to see the development of defenses. You're going to get to see Prime coach a team without his boys on it for the first time. There's all sorts of storylines in here. And this is just more of the same. As we're getting closer to the NFL draft, where he's going to have not one but two players drafted in the first round, one of them being the Heisman Trophy winner, one of them being the best quarterback that Colorado has ever had, period. Go look at the stats. It's Deion Sanders at the top of them. They go from winning 2 games before he got there, 4 games the next year, 9 games next year. And people want to talk about what Prime ain't doing. Okay. And those of y'all that are new to this, that don't know how true to this I am, I'm the same dude that picked Colorado to beat Texas Christian, and I was right. And I'm the same dude that said I didn't know they were going to be that much better than 4-8 this year. It happens. I'm going to tell you what I think. I ain't in this to lie to nobody. I ain't in this to make nothing up. No need to gin anything up. I'm more creative and smart than that. There's a lot of other people around here that ain't got to do that. You be watching this. You be watching me. I don't do it all this other nonsense. Let's just talk about it and see what it is. What you got is a 10-win Syracuse team and a 9-win Colorado team. What you got is a Syracuse team that beat Miami with what is presumed to be the #1 pick in the draft and was supposed to be the ACC champ. They knocked them out of the ACC championship game. They won the Holiday Bowl. Okay? They did that with Kyle McCord, who was the most prolific passer in the entire sport. That's what you got over there. Over here, you've got the team everybody wants to see. So it does not shock me that Rick George said earlier today, we wouldn't have submitted the waiver, if we didn't think there was a legitimate chance for us to get that waiver. I think that there's a really good chance it could happen. Now, current NCAA rules prohibit teams from playing off-season scrimmages against each other, but CU and Syracuse both submitted the waiver request to the NCAA last week. As of Thursday, the schools had yet to get an answer from the NCAA's Football Oversight Committee, but a decision is expected to be made by next week. Again, this is all timing, right? I would like to think that this goes to the front of the line for the Football Oversight Committee at the NCAA. But seeing as that's made up of not just people that work in the NCAA, but people that got other jobs, I can understand convening such a thing so they can rubber stamp this. Because when you got two entities like this that want to go get it done, far be it from you to get in their way. You know what I'm saying? For me, this is, hey, if that woman over there want to be with that man over there, I don't want to get in between that. If she fine, she's 6'3", she 36, 24, 38, and he dusty, run down, ain't got no degree, barely got his GED, can't keep a job, but he love her, and she love his broke ass. I don't get in between that. That's love. That's love. What that is. That's what that is. That's love. Some of y'all over here clutching your pearls and acting kind of untrustworthy because you ain't got a house. You ain't got 2 vehicles. You ain't got a motorcycle. You won't have a studio in your home. You got to ask your girl if you can buy your PS5. If you can get on your Steam PC. If you can go to the Vegas Grand Prix. You got to ask them. You can't take them. Some of y'all need to get up on some game here because the dusty fool over here making too much money on that woman over there. He ain't making no money on himself. Making money over here. This ain't what that is, though. This ain't what this is, though. This is 2 well-established, fine individuals everybody can be happy, joy for. We can all get our Hercules on. You know what I'm saying? We can go to the wedding, which be the spring game. You know what I'm saying? We can do the Saturday entertainer. We can pick them sunflower seeds off the floor, throw them in there. It's a cold-ass wedding right here. Cold-ass wedding. That's what I'm trying to do. Why we can't all just be here having a good time? You know what I'm saying? Rick George understands, too, and that's the other thing, man. I got to say this. Their prospective student athletes go up. Their prospective students go up. Their black population in Colorado at Boulder at the university goes up. The price of tuition is getting paid for. You've got people that want to come to Boulder, Colorado for football. For football. Let alone over there in Denver. I mean, the Broncos made the playoffs, but you know that it's the Nuggets over there as long as Jokic be doing the Jokic thing. You know what I'm saying? Jamal be doing the Jamal thing. The best center perhaps in the history of the NBA playing over there. And all of a sudden you got the only two-way athlete in sports history to win the Heisman, legitimate two-way athlete, had over 1,000 yards receiving, had multiple interceptions, played both ways, played 1 million snaps, outstanding player Travis Hunter. You had box office stuff over there. It's why I can understand the next thing that Prime is going to try to do is make the college football playoff Colorado. He ain't even looking at the Big 12 championship. That is on the way too, as far as he's concerned. That's what Fran Brown's trying to build over there at Syracuse. I can't wait to see this, man. You got 2 men that got it up out the mud. Both of them dudes come from households where, hey, I'm telling you, you ain't got, like my household, we ain't got no college tuition fund for you, son. We ain't got none of that. What we got is work ethic that we can give you. We can teach you how to do this. We can give you the drive, but you got to go get it. He went to go get it. Fran Brown busted his behind over Georgia. People forget that. Got that head coaching job at Syracuse and told everybody, hey, I'm home. This is exactly where I wanted to be. Now I know what I can do. And because he's been around the sport, he knows what moves to make and how he can make those moves. Same thing with Rick George. Same thing with Prime. Go get this done, NCAA. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get to watch for real. Say for real. We're going to get to watch something like live football, inter-squad. It's a novelty, if nothing else, and I expect it will catch on. I expect you'll see more programs want to do this. Hell, Mike Gundy pulled this out his behind, but it took Deion Sanders saying it first. Leave it to Mike Gundy to be following Deion Sanders' lead, just like Mike Gundy was handing the ball to Barry Sanders. Okay, throw that out there. But some of y'all don't know. Some of y'all not knowing. Okay, the things that I've always been telling anybody that will listen, man. You give us an opportunity with the same tools as our compatriots, as our colleagues, we going to whoop them. Man, all I ask for is to be on equal footing. That's it. Now you got Syracuse, you got Colorado on equal footing. Everybody going, hey, how they get a lead? They want it more than you. They're taking risk. They're being innovative. They're finding new ways to win while you are moaning and complaining about the way things are and the way things that they used to be. Don't talk to me about the past. Talk to me about spinning it forward. I can talk to you about the past all day. No, today we're playing football. NCAA, get the hell out the way. Get out the way. Give them the waiver. Let's go. Let's get this done. I'm trying to play some ball.